Hey party people, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Bean.
And we're Kelly Beans Bees. We're first-time beekeepers here in Central Virginia, and today we are diving into the fish food hive. Yes, this hive finally has a name. So it's been a few weeks since we've been out. We've been trying to come every other week, but last weekend it rained and rained and rained, so we waited until now. So it's the end of July, and what are you seeing?
So, nothing much yet. We're still diving in here. This hive, last time we were out here, still had quite a bit to draw out in this box. They were looking healthy, they were looking good, but they just had a couple of frames that were like the one I just pulled out and the one I'll pull out here. This one's got something on your side.
Honey.
Yep. So, you can see they're doing well, they're packing away the honey, but they've still got some frames that look like that. So, I'm just coming in here to check, see how they're doing, check on how many resources they have, how well they're building all this out, all that kind of fun stuff. So, we'll see what they look like.
This side's funny too.
Yeah, this is an entire frame full of honey. So you can see on my side too. This thing is packed full.
Give us the honey.
And up here, that's what I want to see. So, the bees will tend to keep their brood lower down, and then they will store their honey up above. And then if they need the honey, they can grab it, bring it down for the brood, that sort of thing. But honey up here is a good sign.
Yes, this isn't honey for us, though. This is honey for them.
Correct.
This one is, too.
Yep, same on this side. It's just
not
another
as
frame
capped.
full of honey. Mine is completely capped.
Mine has, like, the ring. And the insides have, like, the nectar, but it just hasn't been
Alright.
capped. What is all that stuff that you're dealing with?
Oh, I've just got a ton of little bees over here that don't look like they're doing super hot.
Oh.
Which, it's not super surprising to see dead bees at this time of year because, you know, the workforce is really big and a lot of them have been around for a while now. So,
They've lived
bees normally will
life.
try to die outside the hive.
This one has
but every
brood,
now and then
too. And honey.
They don't make it.
You got one on your paw. Your hand. Your fingers.
Yeah, I've got brood up here, a little bit of drone brood, some worker brood, and then resources.
Nice.
Yep.
Like I said, paw.
You did call it a paw.
I was thinking of our cat. Oh, man.
They're not trying to sting me or anything, they're just getting stuck to me.
Oh, okay.
We tried to come out earlier today because it's supposed to be a warm one.
Yeah, there's heat advisory. I think it's supposed to feel like over 100.
Mm-hmm. So this is just more
There's
nectar
honey
and
and brood.
Some brood. They filled in everything else with nectar. So at this point, I'm happy with what I'm seeing with how much honey they've stored away, with how much nectar they're bringing in, that sort of thing. Now what I want to see down below probably is how much brood they have, make sure they've still got eggs and larvae and all that. Yeah. And make sure that part of the hive is looking good. Because up here it looks fine. This is
looking good.
what I like to see. I think I just very much squished a bee and I feel bad about it.
It's okay, buddy. Some have to die for the cause.
I'm just going to poke my head over here and see. Yeah, it's
You
just
don't
more
need to
honey.
see if there's cells, though, at the bottom.
No, there's nothing up here. So, Kelly's referring to queen cells, if you all are wondering. And when a hive gets really strong, they don't have enough room to continue building out. They feel enclosed, I guess. Claustrophobic almost.
Yeah, like they don't have any room.
They will start to build queen cells. And if the queen cells grow up, the queens hatch out, then the hive can swarm. So the bees will head off, about sometimes half of them, sometimes more.
Which we had.
And they will go to try to make a new colony. But this time of year, we've given them enough space. They've got plenty of room here. I think they're starting to run out a little bit, but they're still drawing stuff out, so they look fine. And we're getting to the point in our season, from what I've been told, this is my first time doing it, so I don't know for certain, but we're getting to the point in our season where they're not really going to be bringing a ton in anymore. We're kind of getting to the end of our honey flow.
But I mean, they're bringing in some stuff.
Oh yeah, they're still bringing in resources now, but it's not...
Heavy?
Yeah, honey boxes are quite heavy. I think, like, if a deep box is full, it's somewhere between 70 and 100 pounds.
Hey, look what's on top.
Some wax.
For lip balm. Whoop, whoop.
I better stay.
Is it gonna fall?
I don't think so. It just creaked a little bit.
There we go, guys. Lip balm materials. I don't know. I'm a little nervous for it.
It's fine.
I've heard that before.
Alright, so let's dive in here. Make sure that this colony is looking healthy in terms of brood.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. So I was telling Kelly, probably the next time we come out, we're going to dive in here and do another Varroa check, probably on all the hives.
We did one before.
We've done one. I think we just did it on cookie dough because the other two hives weren't very strong at that point.
Yeah, and it kills like approximately 300-ish bees.
Right.
A cup of bees, right?
It's...
I think it's a cup.
half a cup of bees, 300.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Half a cup of bees is approximately 300 bees. So we didn't really have an extra 300 bees to get rid of then.
Right.
In these other hives.
So yeah, we held off on that. We just did on the cookie dough. They were looking okay, and they were our strongest hive. A lot of times the ones that are most infested with Varroa, at least like right when they're building up, are going to be the bigger ones because the Varroa have just had more time to populate the hive. They've had more brood that they've been able to sneak into.
Those are stuck.
Yeah.
They've just started to draw out on this side. There's a lot of bees on it though.
Yep. So that's good to see that they are drawing this out. They've got nectar and pollen in there. Nothing else really to talk about with that.
The bees are just like everywhere, y'all.
Yeah, I'm going to smoke them down one more time.
Here they come. I wish you could see me.
Alright, so again, while I'm down here, I'm looking for brood. That's my main thing. I want to see eggs.
I see honey and brood on this side.
So I do have eggs in here. So I'll flip it around. They haven't really started drawing it, but down there in that newer comb, they've got eggs down there. You can probably see them pretty well. Just all down in there. No, further this way. Yeah. Alright, so you see all those little white specks in the cells? Those are all the eggs. So that's what I'm looking for. If we have eggs, that means that we've had a queen within the last 3 days.
Fish foodie's been here.
Yep.
I have a lot on my face.
And so, if she's been here within the last 3 days, then more than likely we can say, hey, we're fine. Like, there's no issues. She's going to be here still. Because the likelihood of something happening to her within the last 3 days is quite low. It could happen, but we don't really need to do anything about it yet, if that's the case.
Oof.
So I've got pollen over here. I've got honey up near the top. I've got eggs in the cells. I've got same thing over here, a lot of brood down in here. Yep. So this is mostly brood. Brownish. I've got some pollen stored right up in here, and then a lot of honey ringing the top. That's pretty much what you expect to see with a brood frame. That's looking good.
I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here, I'll give them a little bit more smoke. They're pretty rowdy today. Here, you want me to smoke you?
I don't know, do you?
Alright, everybody, close your eyes.
I don't know that it helped. Ugh. If you don't know and you haven't watched any of our vids, I'm allergic to bees. So sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. But I do feel I feel mostly safe.
So Kelly is in a full suit, and she's gotten stung once since she's been out here. This is pretty much an entire frame of pollen, by the way. If you want to get down in those cells, you can see all the different colors stored away.
Yeah,
which is cool to see.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you think of pollen and you think of this, like
that
bright
yellow one. Well,
right.
that's, yeah. But the
But-
rest is not.
Yeah, a lot of this is different colors. So pollen from different plants can be a lot of different colors, which is cool to know and cool to see through here.
Yeah.
So another good frame. So yes, Kelly's in a full suit. The only time that she was stung,
Here I am.
she was in the suit that I'm wearing now, and
Yeah.
she was just wearing leggings, which is no protection really against the stings.
But I had
she got
been
stung
doing
on
it
the
for
leg.
like 2 months and I had never been stung. So I was
Right.
feeling proud. Yeah, so anyways, I got stung and it ended up not going that well. I didn't feel like anaphylaxis or anything, but I had a very bad like skin reaction. So, hopefully, probably not by the next time I come though. We will know. The allergist appointment is near, so then we'll find out how allergic I actually am.
So I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing in this hive. I think I'm probably going to take out the next 2 frames, and then I'm going to call it.
Call it a day.
Yep.
Not really a day, because
We got
two more to go.
Yeah.
This one looks like maybe just nectar, pollen.
Yeah, I've got
in it.
pollen and nectar on this side, it looks like. And then...
Look at all those bees hitting your face.
Yep. So at this point, all I'm looking for is queen cells, but I really don't expect to see any. From what I've seen, this hive is happy. They're glad that they're building up. Again, this time of year, we are to the point where really they're trying to pack in as many resources as they can so that they have them to get through the winter.
So it's
They're
they're
not
like
really-
bears getting ready for hibernation.
Right. They're not really in the mode to reproduce. They're not trying to build up so that they can swarm out, because the later it gets in the year, the less likely a swarm would actually be to survive. And the bees know that.
Brood and
Oh.
nectar.
If you look
Where?
right down in the middle of the frame, close to the edge here,
Down
there's
in the
2
middle.
bees that have pollen on their legs. Bright yellow.
I don't know if I can see. Oh, I see. Right here.
Yep.
Hello.
So right now the pollen that is coming, it is bright yellow. But I have seen like some green colors come in, some oranges, some reds.
There's another.
Yep.
I was looking for Cookie when you said that.
Oh. There is one cell right in the middle here
Ooh.
that could be something. Just to play it safe, I'm going to squish it down. The bees will build queen cups, which the only difference between a queen cell and a queen cup
It's
is that there's something in it.
fertilization.
Well, sure.
Okay. Fertilization.
So if there is an egg, larvae, like anything like that, it's a queen cell. But if there's nothing like that in there, if it's just empty, then it's a queen cup. The bees will just every now and then practice making queen cups, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to swarm. It doesn't mean that they're going to swarm. They're just practicing, because why not? You got to keep your skills up. So,
All right, buddy.
one like that I'm not really concerned about seeing. I saw eggs in the hive,
Right.
and because of that, I was comfortable squishing that.
Yeah.
If I hadn't seen eggs, then I probably would have left it.
Do you need me to smoke for you?
I'll get the smoke in a second.
Okay. Alright, guys, so we're just going to put everything back together. Anything else you're going to do for this one?
I don't think so. So, as I said, we're kind of nearing the end of when honey and everything is really going to be coming in strong. So theoretically, I could take off the super that we have on top, because I don't really know if they're going to be doing a whole lot more with it.
Yeah.
But because it's also our first year, we don't have any drawn out frames, and so if I leave it on there, they might just draw out a couple of frames, and hey, that'd be good for me. We might not get any honey off of them, that's completely fine. I'm not worried about that. So I'll probably just leave the supers on. I was considering taking them off, but they're looking strong. They look like they're still bringing in plenty of resources. So I'm going to leave it on and let them draw it, and we'll see what happens.
Perfect. Alright, well, thanks for being here, guys, checking out the fish food hive. We're going to go ahead and put this back together, and then we are going to dive into the next one down the row. Alright, thanks for being here, and we will see you guys later.
Bees out!
Bees out, y'all.